And that's why nobody wants a sex concussion, no matter how it happens.
And that's how you get a potato to both love and respect you.
Israeli forces today engaged with the Palestinian front on the left side of the channel, whereas on the right side, everyone had a party.
In a Handful of Minutes is sponsored by heroin. It's not just for old ladies anymore.
To a few of us, it's either wishful thinking or an unrealized, tantalizing frontier of scientific exploration. But for 99% of the human race, it's just a literary technique, and so that's how we're going to be looking at parallel universes in this week's episode. Parallel universes are, of course, a universe not unlike our own, but for one small difference, like Al Gore has a mohawk, maybe, or so many differences as to render the world completely unrecognizable. Now, the precursor to parallel universes were simply far, far away lands, such as Oz and the Wizard of Oz, or Lilliput in Gulliver's Travels. However, as people explored more and more of the Earth, it became less and less plausible to readers to believe that there might be, say, a small island off the southeast coast of India populated by thousands of individuals with the worst recorded cases of micropenis in human history.
Even outer space has been sufficiently explored and researched so as to make the vast majority of science fiction and fantasy stories totally implausible. But with parallel universes, you can do anything you want and just say, yeah, well, in this universe, Sonic the Hedgehog coexists with Captain Kirk, and they're both lesbian werewolves who are totally into Pokemon. And also, Nazis won World War II.
Because let's face it, for a technique that has limitless possibilities, we do so often see it used to either explore what would happen if a major war went differently, or to write what basically amounts to slash fiction. Don't get me wrong here, it can be interesting to think about what would have happened if Howard Stern had won World War II, or how things would have gone if characters from famous stories were different genders, races, and or sexual persuasions. I mean, hey, I'm not in a position to judge. I'm writing a short story about a world where, In a Handful of Minutes is hosted by a pasty, lanky, bearded twat with a fetish for women in bikinis wearing Santa Claus masks.
But it's not all Nazis and gender bending. Sometimes the idea is taken to truly fantastical places, and, in at least one case, this trope has been used to explore realities which are entirely alien to our own. The example that comes to mind is Edwin Abbott's novel, Flatland, written from the perspective of a square who lives in a two-dimensional universe, who is visited by a sphere from the mysterious third dimension.
As high as the concepts in these worlds can become, a serious pitfall when using parallel universes, as with a lot of science fiction or fantasy, is that the author can often get lost in the details of their world and forget about the little things like character development or a good plot. If there is one constant between every reality, it's that no amount of high concepts can distract you from the wafer-thin personality of Johnny Squarejaw, or at least only for so long.
Another advantage of parallel universes is how versatile they are. You can use them as a means of taking shortcuts across the universe, like the ubiquitous hyperspace from so much science fiction. You can use them as an excuse to tell several versions of the same story, have characters team up with multiple versions of themselves, and in turn give us hope that somewhere there is a world where you are exactly the person you want to be.
By and large, parallel universes can let you do anything with a story that your imagination can come up with. But then, wasn't that always the case with fiction? Well, yes, but if some people need the artifice of a time-traveling, Stargate, transporter crash, or the like to fully express or explore an idea, then it's certainly a trope worth keeping.
Regarding parallel universes as anything other than a literary theory, or trope or technique, well, I just don't see the point in reviewing something that's likely never going to happen, at least not in our lifetimes. I mean, oh. Huh. So, I suppose this is the part where the inevitable joke about us having sex with each other comes up. No, man, this is the part where we get an Oliver Brackenbury lookalike contest started, and we get a whole bunch of big corporate sponsors so that it has big cash prizes, and then when I win, we split the prizes. That's a great idea. I know. Yeah!
When the scheme worked, they celebrated by having sex. What's even crazier is that the next morning the parallel universe Oliver caught real Oliver blowing kisses at himself in the mirror. Parallel Oliver turned violently jealous and killed real Oliver in a crime of passion. He also got 7 years bad luck when he broke the mirror.
But to 99.99% of the human race, this is a literary technique, and so that's how we're...
Who was visited by a sphere from... Sorry, I saw your...
Oh, shit, I totally forgot.
You can use it as an excuse to tell several versions of the same story, or have bleh. Bleh.
As people explored more and more of the Earth, it became less and less plausible to believe that there might be a small